My name is Devin Cook, a luxury real estate agent here in DFW, and today I'm going to be giving you a market update on the city of Frisco. So starting off with Frisco, one of my favorite cities here in DFW, the average sales price back in April was $760,000, but now here in September, the average sales price was just shy of $650,000, which means that the home values in Frisco since April have dropped by about 15% on average. And of course, along with that, we're going to see the average price per square foot dropping as well. We saw it actually peak in June a bit later at $260 a foot, and right now it's down to about $237 a foot. And as we would expect, if home prices are coming down, we're probably going to expect to see homes sitting on the market for a bit longer. And that's exactly what we're seeing, because we saw the average days on market bottom out at about 4 days in February, but ever since then we've been slowly trending up until about June. Then we really started just increasing, and now we're sitting at about 28 days on market, which is about 4 weeks, just shy of a month. So that means on average, homes are sitting on the market 7 times longer than they were back in February of this year. And that's gonna be a big reason why you're seeing more homes on the market in Frisco than you did at the start of the year. Homes were just selling so fast that they didn't have enough time to build up and sit on the market. But right now, as we're having homes sit for almost 30 days, you're gonna see a lot more homes starting to pile up, which you're also gonna see if you look at how many homes are for sale, because back in January, February, we only had about 105 homes for sale in all of Frisco, which really isn't that many. And right now we're sitting at about 546 homes for sale. So about 5 times as many homes on the market right now than we saw back at the start of this year. But what's really interesting to look at is we're not seeing a ton of new listings coming to market, because in September we only had 237 new listings come to market, whereas we saw this peak of 515 new listings back in June, and here in December of 2021 we saw 127, which was the lowest amount that we saw in the recent year. So what this story means right here, going from this peak of 515 in June to 237 in September, is that a lot of sellers may have seen that home prices have been shifting a bit, and they've probably also seen that interest rates are almost at 7% right now. And if they have an interest rate of around 3%, which a lot of homeowners do, they're going to be disincentivized to go out and sell their home and get a 7% interest rate, because they already have such a low interest rate right now with their current home.
Editing Devin here. One of the things that I failed to mention about the amount of new listings coming to market is there is a seasonality aspect for listing your home on the market. You typically see, and you can see this from the graph, a predictable spike of new listings coming to market when we see those spring and summer months coming. The reason is simple. People are trying to move and get into a new home in between school years, so that way they're not ripping their kids out of their classroom and getting them into a new school in the middle of the year. And so that's why you're going to see as well a decrease in homes coming to market in the fall and winter times after school has already started. Just wanted to throw that in there so you had that extra information.
And currently the month supply of homes on the market is sitting at 2.4 months supply in September, and that's just the amount of time that it's going to take for all of the homes on the market to sell, meaning that if no homes from this point forward were to come on the market in Frisco in 2.4 months, all of the existing homes will have sold. The lower this number is, like back in February where we had 0.4 months supply of homes on the market in Frisco, that put us in an extremely seller's market, because homes were selling like that. Whereas right now we're getting into a bit more of a typical seller's market. We're still very much in a seller's market. We don't really transition into a buyer's market until about 6 months supply. So we are still in the seller's market, but we're just not seeing 20 offers on a home like we were seeing back in 2021. Now, a really interesting number to take note at is if you look at this number right here in April 2022, May of 2022, 109% is the amount that homes were selling of their original list price, meaning that homes were selling for 9% higher than they were actually listed for. That was back in May. Right now, we're seeing in September that homes were selling just under 97% of their list price. That's a huge difference. To put that into perspective, if someone was selling a home in Frisco back in May, April time, if you were listing your home for $650,000, on average, you may have gotten about $710,000 as the actual sales price for your home because you were getting about 9% over list price. Versus now, if you listed that same house for $650,000, you're going to be getting about $630,000 for that same house because you're getting 3% less than the original list price. Now that's a 12% swing in really just about 6 months, and that's a big number, and it is causing a lot more people, as you already saw, to kind of hold off a little bit, stay in their home, and maybe decide to just wait it out. So overall, what does this mean for you in the Frisco market if you're looking to buy or sell a home? Well, if you're looking to sell a home, remember that you're going to have to price it in line with the market and maybe just below current market value in order to get your home sold. And you're also gonna have to be aware that your home is going to sit on the market on average about a month before it ends up selling. Don't expect your home to sell in a weekend like it did last year unless you're pricing it extremely aggressively or you have a super premium home. And if you're looking to buy a new home here in Frisco, remember that you don't have to deal with multiple offers as much as you would have a year ago. You're more likely to be one of a few or maybe even just the only person bidding on that home. So you can probably get a bit off the sales price. You're probably not gonna have to pay for title policy. You probably don't need to waive appraisals or inspections. Obviously consult your real estate agent, but you're gonna be in a more advantageous position as a buyer right now here in Frisco. If you have any questions, comment down below or shoot me an email.